K Sal. Yeah, the K Sal. Kid dreams. The K Sal. On the move, on the move, on the move, on the move. She on the move, on the move. The K Sal. On the move, on the move, on the move, on the move. She on the move, on the move. The K Sal. On the move, on the move, on the move, on the move. She on the move, on the move. Yeah, K Sal. On the move, on the move. She on the move, on the move. She on the move. Now what you hear, this ain't no test. You rockin' with the best. And sometimes things get a little crazy, but that we won't address. And so sit back and enjoy the show. Go, go, K Sal, go. Get into the groove and watch K Sal move. Yeah, K Sal on the move, on the move, on the move, on the move. She on the move, on the move. K Sal on the move, on the move, on the move, on the move. She on the move, on the move. K Sal on the move, on the move, on the move, on the move. She on the move, on the move. Yeah, K Sal on the move, on the move. She on the move, on the move. She on the move.
Well, guys, I am super happy because I finally got my good friend Carlton C. Douglas Funeral Home Services are in the building, and he is my good friend. He has done a lot for my family and other families with his wonderful services, so I wanted to bring him in and talk about some of the things he's doing. So are you ready for me?
I'm ready for you, K Sal. It's taking me a long time to get here, but I'm ready.
Well, first I just want to say congratulations on being in business for 52 years.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
So tell me what is Carlton C. Douglas Funeral Services? What do you guys do?
Okay. Carlton C. Douglas Funeral Service provides funeral and cremation services to the public, the Baltimore metropolitan area. In fact, we service all over the state of Maryland, really, for those who in their midnight hour of despair, and they call us to arrange for whatever disposition of their loved one they would like to do, we provide for them.
Yes. Well, you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
Because you're helping the community. You have done so many great things for so many people. So I just want to say my hat's off to you, what
Thank
you're
you.
doing.
Thank you.
So in this business, though, I know it's not, it's a deaf business. It's dealing with deaf. So what made you get into this?
Well, when I was a child, my grandmother used to take me to a lot of funerals.
Okay.
And I started becoming fascinated with funerals. But as I got older, and after I graduated from high school, I went to University of Maryland Eastern Shore, which at that time was Maryland State College. And I majored in sociology and minored in history. But my soul was always bending toward the funeral industry.
Really?
And so when I got to my junior year in college, I heard the Lord speak to me and say, listen, this is not really what you want to do.
Really?
Why don't you go ahead and go to mortuary school? And in 1969, at the age of 20, I decided to apply to about 7 mortuary schools, and I was accepted to all of them. But the way we made the decision, my mother said, well, New York would probably be the best place because we got relatives there that can look out for you. And if something happens, we can get to you quick.
Okay.
So I wound up going to the American Academy McAllister Institute of Funeral Service, one of the top schools in the country at that time.
Okay, I love that. So you had a fascination. Mm-hmm. And now you've been doing this for 52 years.
Right.
And I know you have not only buried so many loved ones, as well as my mom, uncle, all of those people, and I thank you because you did an amazing job.
Thank you.
But also some famous people.
Yeah, I've been blessed. We had the privilege to be invited to help conduct funerals of Aretha Franklin, David Ruffin, Lionel Hampton, the late Bishop J.O. Patterson, Dizzy Gillespie. Here in Baltimore, we just recently did the renowned comic Maybelle, Miss Maybelle, and we also did Archbishop Naomi C. Durant, who was probably one of the first female archbishops of a Pentecostal church in the country, not just Baltimore.
I didn't know she passed.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's been about 3 years she's passed now.
So you've done all types of funerals.
Yeah.
Been in the business. What is it that keeps you going, keeps driving you to do this?
What keeps me going is people being satisfied. And when I say people, I'm talking about the families that I serve.
Yes.
The best thing that I believe a funeral director or mortician can hear from a family when that service is completed is I will go to them and I will say to them, I hope that everything has been to your satisfaction. And they at that time say, yes, it has been.
And tell me, what do you see different? And that's awesome. That's awesome. Tell me, what do you see different now in burying people? Do you see more young people, older people, or is it pretty much the same? What do you see more than anything now?
Well, I wouldn't say we see more young people, although the statistics of juvenile homicide is more than it ought to be. I think right now we have about 9 juveniles that have been killed in Baltimore City up to this date. That's saddening,
Yes.
even
Yes.
if it's 1.
Yes.
So to be 9 is but I am now in that age bracket where I have buried my friends, my classmates' mothers or their parents, their older brothers and sisters, but now I am in that category of burying those in my age category that I went to school with. My family members that I grew up with.
Yes.
So that's probably where I am now.
Yeah. So you're starting to bury more friends and family more than
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, so it's no different age group right now. It's pretty much the same
Yeah.
as you would see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you got people that are living now to 100 in their
Okay.
90s.
Yes.
When I first got in this business, longevity among African Americans weren't that great. But now, if you have longevity within your family, I had a sister that lived to be 91. My mother lived to be 86.
Okay.
Now, if I can stay in good condition, I have a chance. And a lot of people do.
So people are living longer.
Yeah, people are living
that's,
longer.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
So maybe healthy living, things like that. You're
Right.
seeing people living longer, which
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
Like, this girl want to live a little bit longer.
I know that's right.
Yes, yes. But
Yeah.
you know what? You do all of this, but there's a really fun side to you as well. Because a lot of people, they see, well, when they see Carlton and Carlton's funeral home, it's a sad time, and it's a time that you have to, it's no happy time. But you do some happy things, some good things.
Yeah.
So let's talk about radio.
Okay.
What you do in radio?
Well, I've been in radio for maybe about 15 years. I originally started under the late, great Larry Dean when WEAA first started.
Okay.
And he had me to come on and do what was supposed to be a 6-week show talking about funeral service.
Okay.
And different aspects of it. And the 6 weeks turned into about 3 months. And then afterwards, I didn't look at it much.
Okay.
And then later I became under the tutelage of the late, great queen of radio, gospel radio here in Baltimore, the late Aunt Pauline Wells Lewis.
Oh, Aunt Pauline.
Aunt Pauline.
Oh, yes.
And she kind of groomed me on how to speak, on how to, MC a program if I had to, if I was put in that position. And I went to CCB and took up communications. And then Frank Conaway, about 15 years ago, started his Frank Conaway show.
Okay.
And I was one of the original co-hosts on the show. In fact, I'm the last of the co-hosts from that show.
Okay.
And after Frank passed away, there was a group of us, A. Dwight Pettit, Sister Nzinga, the late Corrigan Vaughn.
So this is how you got into
This is
it.
how I got
So
into
let's
radio.
talk about the good stuff that you're doing in it.
Okay.
So on WOLB, WFBR are the stations you're on,
Right.
right? So tell me exactly, what do you do? This is talk radio?
Yeah.
So what do you guys talk about?
Okay, now on my WFBR show, which comes on Wednesdays from 1 to 2, Basically, it's my commentary about different things that's going on, not only locally, but nationally and internationally.
Okay.
And then if we have time, before I go off, I will open up the line for telephone calls to come in to
Okay.
get feedback from what I've said, or to even discuss what might be on the caller's mind
Okay.
about something. Now, on my Friday show, which is 1010 WOLB Radio 1, it's a 2-hour talk show.
2 hours?
2 hours from 10 to 12.
What do you guys talk about for 2 hours?
Well, sometimes we have special guests to come on to talk about different things.
Okay.
And then we'll open up the phone lines we throw subjects out to the public. And we will open up the lines and hear feedback from our callers, or they may be calling us talking about a specific
So
subject.
give me a subject on, give me a funny subject that you guys have hit on, or an interesting subject that you've hit on the talk show that you like to talk about.
Well, right now, of course, with the political arena going on as it is,
Yes.
basically both shows are basically now talking about the up and coming presidential election, which is going to be in November.
Okay.
Which in my opinion is probably going to be the most crucial election of my lifetime, if
Really?
nobody else's.
Okay.
I see this coming down to either authoritarianism or democracy. So we are talking about that. We're also talking about what's going on in the state of Maryland, what's going on in Baltimore City, and what's going on even internationally. Because there are a lot of things that's going on, like over in Israel, the Gaza Strip, that possibly, very possibly, may affect the election.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, well, I know it's a lot going
Yeah.
on with that election. So we want people to get out and vote,
Vote.
definitely.
Yeah,
But I
definitely.
know you have done a lot for the community. You're building your empire, as well as the history and gospel. You emceeing with gospel programs, things like that. So you do a lot of great and fun things in the community. So my accolades to what you're doing, especially in the community and helping people and helping to bury loved ones as well as friends. So you continue doing what you're doing. How can we support you? How can we follow you?
well, you can listen to both my shows on Wednesday and Friday. If you need our services, as far as funeral services, you can call us at 410-669-1738 because we also do seminars.
Okay.
And our seminars are based on how to get your affairs in order.
Really?
And,
Early.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And we come to churches, we do churches, senior citizen groups. If there's any fraternities or sororities who would like us to come, we'd be more than glad. We bring people that can tell you how to do your estate planning. We can bring people that will tell you what kind of insurance to buy. And of course, I will be able to tell you what things you need to get in order before you leave this world to go on to the next one.
I know that's right. Well, I love it. Continue building your empire, doing your thing, but you know we got to do the KSAL pound, right?
The KSAL pound?
Yes, this
Okay.
is the whole funnest part of this
right.
whole interview. Are you
All right.
ready?
I'm ready.
So I need you to rub the hands together like this. Oh, with a little swag with it. I love that. Oh, yes. Wind it up. Okay. Give it to me. Bring it in. Matrix. One more time. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, K Sal. And this is...
Carlton C. Douglas.
And guys, we are out.
You know, a lot of people say when you're going somewhere, you don't want to look back. But I beg to differ. For her to see her father celebrate his graduation, it's the best feeling in the world. I can't lie and say it was easy. But sometimes you just have to stop everything and take it in. I looked at everything in a different light. And I realized it started with me going back and getting my high school diploma.
My baby's back from the West Coast.
Here are those pictures that you asked for your school project? First day of school, cute as a button.
So long ago.
Oh, here's Grandma Florence after that flood wiped out the whole neighborhood.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here.
I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe. And it's the best way to protect that legacy.
Those beans smell heavenly.
Give Mama a little credit.
You know what? We should make an emergency communication plan. That way we're ready this year.
Oh,
Great idea.
At my dorm, we have emergency kits for earthquakes and wildfires, but I'm sure there's something more local I can send you with the link.
Okay.
Smart.
I'm coming to share with you guys.
Protect your legacy. Plan for natural disasters today. Visit ready.gov/plan.
At God's Little Angels Academy, we've been nurturing young minds and hearts since 1995. Located in Rosedale, our Christian school blends Baltimore County Schools curriculum with Bible-based instruction to give your child the best start in life. From kindergarten through 8th grade, we offer a loving, cost-effective private education. We also provide before and after school care, transportation, and an exciting summer camp. Enroll your child at GLA Academy today. Visit us at 6247 Kenwood Avenue or call 410-866-0018 for more information. God's Little Angels Academy, where learning and faith grow hand in hand.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Kay yet again, the after party.
That's right.
I got Brandon Edwards finally in the studio. The after party, the music has stopped.
That's right.
The people are going home. And he was the first one that came in the building, and now he's the last one to leave.
That's right.
He is an entrepreneur doing his thing. He do so many things, so we're going to get and dig into all the stuff that Brandon Edwards is doing. First off, I know you're tired, my brother.
Yes, but I'm glad to be with you.
Well, you know what? How did you enjoy your event?
I enjoyed myself to the fullest. I had to switch shirts. I danced so hard I had to have another shirt.
Well, wait a minute. I came out and you guys were doing the whole Soul Train dance.
We sure was. I felt like love, peace, and soul. That's what I felt.
Love it. I love it. So you know what? These are our Christian brothers and sisters.
That's right.
And they're having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's all about.
Yes, ma'am.
It's smiling, enjoying yourself. So how did you like your turnout?
It was beautiful. I mean, you know, anytime you're doing something either for the first time, right?
Yes.
Or you're doing something that's a little bit unconventional,
Yes.
it can be scary, right?
Yes.
But it's whether the crowd is big or it's intimate, it's all about having the right people in the building.
Yes.
And I think tonight we had the right people.
You did.
Baltimore showed up.
Yeah.
They showed up a great spirit. This facility is amazing. It's beautiful. Thank you for letting us host the event here. And the food was delicious. And I think it was just one of those things that I'm like, man, if we could run that back next month, let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, we are here. I love you guys. You guys, it was just a great crowd. Now, you do a lot of things. Tell me all what Brandon does.
Yeah, so I wear a couple of hats. So my full-time job is I work as an account executive with Urban One in D.C.
Okay.
So I'm the guy who gets businesses on the air to talk about their businesses, market their businesses to the million people who listen to our stations in D.C. And then I also do artist management and talent, right? I work with DJ Soul, the person who produced this wonderful event.
Yeah, shout out DJ Soul.
Shout out DJ Soul. He was actually the first person to believe in me.
Really?
For my entrepreneurial things with my agency. So I'm his manager. I also do agent work for Cheryl Jackson on Praise 104.1. She's also the executive producer for Get Up Mornings with Erica Campbell.
Yes.
And I manage 2 Christian hip-hop artists, and it's been a pleasure. I mean, there's challenges and everything, but I love that I'm in the business that I love being in, spreading the message that I adhere to.
Yes.
You know, and then I was a campus minister for a while, and
Okay.
you know, I play keys for different organizations around the country.
And play keys.
I do.
Wow.
In my church. Yeah.
And what are your artist names?
So the Christian rappers is a guy named Ray Duggar.
Oh, that's my guy.
That's right. Ray
Oh
Duggar.
my God.
Yep.
You tell him you was on the KSAL show.
I will.
You want to say auntie?
Yep. It's Ray, and then a guy out of the Quad Cities named Baruch.
Baruch.
That's right. He's a Christian hip hop artist out of there, and he's doing some pretty cool things.
Wow, that's
right.
awesome. You know, it's such a small world.
It is.
Yes. Well, Ray Duggar, that's really when I started interviewing on the radio, when I think Ray Duggar, the first, maybe he might have been my, fifth person or something that I interviewed, and I just love his spirit.
He is.
And I love that he loved God, and he was he was a rapper, but it was all about the edifying the Lord.
That's
and
right.
I love that.
Everywhere I go, I mean, your story that you just said about him is quite common, right? Everywhere someone meets and talks about Ray,
yes,
it's always this story of, you know, how this guy just had so much passion, how he was so positive,
yes,
how he changed your life. I've heard a lot of different stories about that, and it's really fun.
Yeah,
it's so much fun when you hear that about the person that you work with and work for, essentially. Right. That it brings you so much pride, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I love it. I love what you're doing. You're building your empire. You're doing your thing. So you are doing a lot in the industry, and a lot of great things. And I like what you're doing. And now you guys are you're a promoter as well.
I guess now I am.
Yes. You're doing your thing. And I love it. The event, because we're still talking about the Afterparty, was great. Yeah. A lot of great singers on stage. Yeah. I was able to get a lot of them, bring them in here, interview them.
Good.
Yes. Good. And beautiful voices.
Yeah.
And a lot of them had some great stories. So you're on the right track.
Yes, ma'am.
You got a lot of great people in your corner.
Thank you.
I love that, what you're doing. You're building your empire. So I got to give you your accolades.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yes,
that's
and we definitely. So you DC, but we gotta come. Guys gotta come down. Like you said, we can continue to do some things here.
Right.
But also come back so we can talk a little bit more about what you do.
Absolutely.
But I just want to say, I know it's late. I know you're tired. And thank you for coming to the Empire to have your event. And you continue to do what you do. I know you got a heart of gold because God shows me a person's spirit.
Oh, wow.
And I can see your heart.
Oh,
so, yeah.
And thank you for having us. I mean, to be honest, without you and this wonderful space that you opened your heart to have us here, right, it wouldn't have happened. I mean, this is an amazing. I said it when I came in. I said, this is a beautiful place. Sound is immaculate. The lighting was great. Everybody had a great spirit. It almost felt like it was a family, really.
Yeah, it did feel like that.
You know, I was like, man, y'all related? Like,
well, that is awesome. Love what you're doing. Keep building your empire. And before you leave, are you ready for the pound?
Let's do it.
You ready for the pound,
I'm
bro?
ready for the pound.
All right, so y'all rub them hands together like that. Oh, yeah, it's over. Winds it up. You done did it. Bring it in. Matrix.
Boom.
Oh, one more time. Oh,
boom.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, K Sal.
Brandon.
And we are out.
Peace.
Awesome job.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
It's funny, I don't get interviewed a lot, so I'll be like, I'll be the one.
At God's Little Angels Academy, we've been nurturing young minds and hearts since 1995. Located in Rosedale, our Christian school blends Baltimore County Schools curriculum with Bible-based instruction to give your child the best start in life. From kindergarten through 8th grade, we offer a loving, cost-effective private education. We also provide before and after school care, transportation, and an exciting summer camp. Enroll your child at GLA Academy today. Visit us at 6247 Kenwood Avenue or call 410-866-0018 for more information. God's Little Angels Academy, where learning and faith grow hand in hand.
When it comes to disasters and emergencies, it's not a matter of if, but when.
I'm relying on luck, but who knows if it'll be on my side.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Take control at ready.gov/olderadults.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. His real name is Darion, and we call him Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's affection, attention, knowledge. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. The craziest thing was believing that your dad knew everything. So as a dad, you felt like you had to know everything. You had to get everything right. It's okay to make mistakes. Just do it from the right place. As long as it's coming from love, then, it kind of starts to work itself out. I want him to be able to sit back one day and go, we worked together, we did a good job. I'll say my kid's pretty dope.
Guys, I had a great time. This show was amazing. I love the guests. But listen, if you guys are trying to build your empire and you want to talk to your girl K Sal, call 410-694-1016. Again, 410-694-1016. I would love to talk to you guys. So listen, have a safe night. Love you guys. Bye-bye. It's your girl K Sal. Peace out.